Good to go. So I swear all of my videos aren't going to be about this. I happen to be up in the area for kindergarten conferences tonight, and it was a 65-degree day in Michigan, so I figured since I was here I was going to just try it out again. It's going to rain tomorrow, and so that will be it. But I don't know, to me, if it's available to try it in March and then we do get some rains, it helps mellow out the ground a little bit more. So that's really my thought behind it. In a perfect world, this would all be happening in November, late October, early November, that kind of deal, but it just hasn't been that way in Michigan the past few years. So the interesting thing with this field is this has always been the field where I was like, if I could just get it worked right, I gotta turn around, then I'll keep going. So this was the field that when my cousins had it, they disked it a lot, and then when it went to, when I was renting it out to a dairy farm in the area, they used the big manure tankers a lot on it, and then they just vertical disked it. To me, it's the type of ground that needs to be worked deeper at least once, because the issue was, it's a lot of years of just compacting it down, and I would, I could probably, the 8245, like I could pull that maybe like 3 miles an hour, the ripper or the chisel, and still wouldn't be able to really get it down all the way. It's just the type of soil that, to me, like being able to pull this now, it will do some good, but it's making the tractor snort tonight. Even with a 5, I've gotten comments of, why are you pulling such a small implement? And mine, like a 5-shank ripper, isn't overly small. If I had a 7-shank, even in ideal conditions, I would be really pushing it. So I'm happy to have the 5-shank ripper right now with how much it's working this tractor. And obviously in future years, hopefully it breaks it up and improves that. So we'll see. But I'm gonna keep going tonight. Won't be lugging it down. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. So yeah, if you heard that, it's probably one of those areas I haven't been able to work it, and I've probably lifted it up over the years. So yeah, we'll keep going and see what I can accomplish. Get some videos of it actually working. It is nice with the auto steer to be able to have it be steering and watching the ripper in the back. This is some good ground. It's just, I think it was abused for some years, and this is going to take a bit to get it back. to what would be good with it. So. Only gotten probably more like 2.2 acres by the time that it doesn't stop painting when I'm turning around, so calculating, I mean. We get this worked up a little bit more, and yeah, it's only March 13th, so got a while yet, but guess we'll see. It did have me thinking today, actually, because it was so warm. For one, you know, I'm worried about the fruit farmers in the area. Obviously, I can't even imagine what it's like. I know trees in my yard are already budding and seeing small leaves on them. So I honestly, I don't know what that is. 65 today, it's supposed to be, I think, down to 45, 50 tomorrow, so at least it's not a stretch, but it made me think about, well, the last time that it was this warm in March, and that was 2012. I did look it up today, and it was, we had 9 straight days of 70 to 80 degree days and 60s at night. So I remember that year because I was at Farm Credit at the time, and they had to do 0% loans for the fruit farmers because they lost everything. Everything budded and bloomed in March, and then we got heavy frost, freezing. So they lost everything that year, and that also made me think, well, what else happened in 2012? And that was a really bad year for drought in the summer, at least here in Michigan. So we had that early March time frame, and then it pretty much stopped raining for most of the summer. I'm gonna have to focus on, I don't like to lug her down too hard, so I'll get back to, shift it out. Yeah, so 2012, hopefully we don't experience a summer like that with it being this dry over the winter and this mild and this warm. It's not something I like to experience. I mean, every farmer that's watching this, we don't want to see it. I'd be curious if 2012 was widespread. If you guys felt that as well, but yeah, it'll be interesting. That was definitely a weird year, so. But it is supposed to drop back down to 40s to 50s, so hopefully there's probably damage done already to the fruit crop, but I guess we'll see. If there is any fruit farmers that are watching this, maybe you can comment and let people know as well. It'd be interesting. I don't know if anybody that watches these, if they watch Survivor, but yeah, that's my show. Now I gotta turn around. Well, time to call her a night. Not too bad. Accomplished more than I would have if I hadn't done it, so I'll take it.